welcome back to the channel. My name is Rico Tensai, and I'd like to speak my mind. Today, let's talk about the past. Now, the past can be good, and sometimes the past can be bad. Usually, for me, it's mainly bad. Actually, no, I'm over-exaggerating. It's not always bad, but usually, whenever I'm having a good day, something bad from my past will always like to creep up and like to remind me of, oh, remember that one time that something stupid happened? And then I'm like, well, yes, I do remember past me, but I don't really want to think about it. And then you end up kind of just sucked into the mindset of younger you, and those feelings come up again, and you start to remember how either sad you were, how angry you were, or how disappointed you were, or it's wild. It's wild how we're basically time traveling in our minds and remembering all the feelings that we had, and I hate it. But it's funny how my mind will go from the smallest things, then it'll somehow reach to that. For example, let's say like randomly I was thinking about, a flower, right? Flower, I'll think of greenery, and then I'll think of greenery, grass. Then when I think of grass, I think of like, oh, I remember in elementary school, I used to I'll pluck the flower, and then you know that classic, you get to grab the petal, and you're like, she loves me not. So I did that with like a crush, of course. So then you're just like, he loves me, she loves me not. And then you get sad when you get the loves me not, and then you're like, well, damn, this sucks. And then you try to find another flower, and you keep doing the same thing. And then that memory will spark up all my like crushes from everything, from all the past. And I'm like, damn. Cause that was like it's like a cute moment, right? But then from that cute moment, it goes from like, oh, remember when you got older, and then you actually had like more crushes, and then those crushes crushed your heart. And yeah, I do remember, and it's not great to remember it. But what people always say all the time is you gotta, take lessons from the past so that you don't do the same thing over and over again. I forgot how the saying goes, but there's a bunch of like past sayings that like people would say to like help you either not think about the past or help you trying to get over, the past and trying to learn from it instead of trying to be scared from it and all that stuff. But I'm just here to say, remember that the past is the past. Leave it all behind. You don't need to dwell on it so much, because what's the point? Because yes, it is fun. It's nice to feel nostalgic. That's different. Having a little nostalgia here and there is pretty fine, and remembering those feelings, but trying to either recreate it is a little bit tough, and trying to bring back those memories again is kind of difficult to do, because you can't really recreate a memory. It's really tough. Like, you can't, as much as you want to, you can't go have those same types of feelings. You could come close to it. For example, let's say as a kid you used to get this certain ice cream, and then now that you're older and you got like adult money, you're just like, oh, I can get this ice cream whenever I want to. But it doesn't really hit the same, because either let's say that ice cream got more expensive than you remembered, or let's say when you eat it now you're lactose for some random reason. I understand that it's hard to let go of those past moments whenever it does like creep up in your mind and there's nothing else you could do. But there is something you can do, which is you just practice. You have to practice remembering that, or just remembering how to let go of those past moments. Because it's hard to let go. I do understand that. But at the same time, you do need to let go. And it just takes time, because like every other muscle in your body, your mind is also a muscle. So you have to practice it every single day whenever those types of stuff happens. Always remember that you are in the present. You are no longer in the past. Whatever emotions that come from the past, do not bring that to the present, because it's just going to ruin your present moment, and then it's going to ruin your future. Because if you keep dwelling on the past and you keep using that energy of those past memories to try to help you with the present, it might not help you a lot. Because sometimes you would think like, oh, if I use some of that past anger into, let's say I use it in my workout, then it'll help me, it'll push me to get stronger. It can work for a little bit. I have tried that before, but I don't like to use past memories to help me work out, because I feel like I'm not letting go of those past like angry like moments or sad moments. So I try to find other ways to help me work out mentally versus, I don't want to use that method. So it's all practice. Your mind is a muscle. that's all I have to say. Past is the past. And thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Doesn't matter if it's 1 view, doesn't matter if it's 10 views. I appreciate anyone who's listening and or watching. And I will see you tomorrow with a new topic.